Are we rolling? Yeah. Okay. Because my wrist is getting tired holding it like this. All brass, you know?
Put that shit down.
Okay, fine. That one's a little heavy.
There you go.
I'll do this one. Hello? My name is Luuvu.
What are you, Luuvu?
That's a deep question. What am I? Who am I? How am I? What do? I take pictures and eat. Actually, I've always wanted to shoot, you know? Lived in Seattle, so most of my beginning days were landscapes because that's what you do in the Northwest, you know? But I've always been interested in like just documenting life around me, especially when I travel, just a lot of candids. I didn't know like the genre of street photography was a thing back in those days. But now, you know, I started shooting like maybe what, street like 5-6 years ago. I think it was just a transition from my travel documentation and into just like, hey, I can shoot more than just travel. You know, I can do this where I live. And I live in Tokyo, so, and at that time, street was popping. Everybody wanted to do it. And everyone was online doing it. And it felt very similar to what I do anyways. It's just less curated. Now it's just like street snaps. I am Vietnam born, Seattle, LA raised, living in Tokyo. I've been here in Tokyo maybe 10 years. Most of that time I didn't shoot. It was my burnout phase. When I first moved here, I was like, oh man, I don't want to carry a camera everywhere I go anymore. So it was mostly iPhone, a lot of iPhone photography, hashtag. My profession background is food photography. So I do that mostly. When I first moved to Tokyo, when I lived in Seattle, that's what I did, and that's how I get linked to, you know, the food world here and the food professionals. At the time when I first started, it felt like it was like the best job. I love to shoot and I love food, you know, so make it my job. Now I just do F&B consulting. So whatever it is you need help with in the food and beverage world, I'm the guy, you know.
What are we shooting today?
We are in my stomping ground, Tsukiji, my original stomping ground. This is where I lived when I first moved here. And turns out, it's where I roll. Don't come here on a Wednesday, ever. It's like a third of the crowd. Maybe you should come here because...
Maybe if you want that, yeah.
But then half the shops are also closed. Like that shop's closed, this shop is closed. These are like two major staples of this corner. I brought the M9 with me and got the M4. I got a roll I need to finish, 2 rolls I need to finish, 2 half rolls. So might as well just do it here, you know.
What roll?
This was, I believe, HP5. HP5 shot at 800. And now I have a half roll from Hong Kong that I need to finish. This one has 13 shots on it already. Okay. So I gotta turn this down.
You're shooting at 400?
Yeah. One. It's called the belly shot. The belly roll. This is the belly roll, yeah! Okay, I'm at 13. I'm gonna do one more.
I have one double exposure.
One more, just to be safe. All right, we're rolling. In the last year, I've come here so often that I'm kind of making a project out of it. So I have like so many photos here. Like even this before this whole street photography community started coming to Tokyo, I live like right like one of those buildings like right there. Actually, that one on the left, the all the way in the back, that's me. So when I first moved here, I was actually in the chef community, right? So every week there was like a new chef coming to town.
Yeah.
So I would just meet them here early in the morning and then just show them around and hang out. So it's always been a thing, you know? Every time I go out, I have like a kind of a theme I'm looking for, but that theme reveals to me when I'm there.
Right. So you can't pre-plan it.
Yeah, but I know there's gonna be something, right? But because of that, I think today the universe is showing me people eating. Because a lot of that has been popping up ever since we got here. I mean, it's kind of weird because we're at a market, but I've never really seen that many interesting people eating in all the times I've come here. But that's what's popping up. I don't know. I mean, when I first moved here, my hashtag was living the dream.
So it's true.
You know? I think that like once you remove yourself from somewhere you feel very comfortable, that's when you realize that there's so many possibilities that you can actually dream of. Like there's things you don't even know that exist. The funny thing is, I did not feel like I can pursue all of my interests in the work that I do until I moved to Tokyo. Because outside, before coming here, it was like, all right, what are you? What do you do for work? And you kind of get pigeonholed into that genre, into that title that you give yourself or you present yourself. And the thing is, like, the things that I'm interested in are a lot more than that. It's not just photo, it's not just food, it's also like crafts and like all these other little things that I find interesting. You know, there's like paper or like, you know, gold stuff, or it's everything. Bikes, coffee, tea, right? So I didn't know that in Tokyo there's this subculture that exists, and it's filled with people that are interested in all of these things, and they actually created a world around it and created a business around it. The first people that I met when I moved here is like they ran a creative company, they call it, but what did they do? They ran a farmer's market. Yeah, check, that's in my, you know, realm of interest. They did restaurant producing. They did a magazine about crafts and culture in Tokyo and in Japan. They ran like sake festivals, all sorts of things, like, you know, curated like an area for food trucks, stuff like that. It's just like all of those things. I'm like, dude, I'm like so into all of these things, and I didn't know that you can like do it all in one. You know, you have to like pick one or the other, right? But here I can do all of it. So when I'm out shooting, I'm not looking to frame a dynamic shot or anything like that. It's mostly instinct. Whatever I see is like in that moment, and I just need to just click. That's it. And it's just subconscious. I'm not thinking like, oh, I need to sit there and wait for certain things to happen and like wait for this like multi-layered things that, you know. I do that sometimes at very specific scenes that I feel like has very high potential for that kind of stuff, but it's the majority of what I do is just snaps. But I always have a camera with me regardless, but like lately there's been so many people that's been coming to town that basically my free time is to meet up with them and shoot. I usually do 21 here, but today I knew that wasn't going to be that many people, so 28, 35. Usually it's like just 21 because it's like so packed. So, Hi! I got,
Oh, that's pretty
yeah,
nice.
that's cool. Yeah, don't mind the LCD, the 15-year-old LCD screen.
Oh, I'm not looking at it, don't worry. I'm imagining it to be a little bit better.
Ooh, let's get this other guy here. I have this weird thing I do. It's like shoot first, check exposure later.
Sounds a bit backwards.
No, but it's actually muscle memory, right? Like I'll see a scene, or a person or a subject or whatever, right? And then I'll change my aperture and my shutter speed as I'm moving towards where I want to be to take that shot, right? And then just like I don't know, it's instinct, muscle memory, and I stop, take a photo without even checking because I'm like I want to keep my eye on that moment, right? Or what's about to happen, and then afterwards I'll check. I'm like, all right, that's good. I'm more about like vibes. Just vibes, you know. But the reason why I choose film or digital, there's no reason really. As I told someone else, it's like more like the film is more about I shoot it because only certain film cameras gives me a certain very specific shooting experience that I enjoy. Right, like TLR, you can't do that on digital. You know, like. And just winding the film on the M4. I shoot M4, M9. They both feel amazing, but I like
The crank, yeah.
cocking the camera.
Try not to laugh challenge.
Basically, what I want to do is I want people to feel like they are, when they see the picture, I want them to feel like they are there. It is about framing, it is about composition and layering and blah, 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 but it's mainly, I want it to feel authentic and I want to transport people to that space.
No matter what the photo.
Yeah, no matter where it is, what it is, color, black and white, whatever, right? All that is just choice for me for the viewer to how the viewer is going to experience it. But yeah, I just want to transport people there. You know, I believe it or not, I've actually only started looking into photographers, like famous photographers, like the last maybe 2 years. And since then, I've been just buying a lot of books just to kind of see what's going on and what people did in the past. And for me, I buy a lot of like Asian photographers. There's a Japanese bookstore, a gallery / bookstore, photo bookstore that I go to, and there's a lot of Japanese like photographers there. So I tend to lean towards that because I want like the local point of view, not like someone who came to Japan and shot Japan in 1950s with their point of view. It's very different, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's more. I feel like when you do it from a local point of view standpoint, it's like that's how you get people, transport people there,
Right.
like a local, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's something that a foreign photographer couldn't do.
Yeah. It's like, you know, you go in, when you come to a new country, do you want to go around with a tour group or you want to hang out with a local, right? Streets and Eats. Plug.
Shameless plug.
I have two, and I've always felt this way. One is Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, and two is San Sebastian in Spain, Basque Country. Those are the two, East and West. You know, everyone right now is like, oh, Anthony Bourdain this, Anthony Bourdain that. Yeah, look it up. He says the same exact thing, those two cities. are his two favorite, East and West. Yeah, you know, like at the risk of sounding old, the Anthony Bourdain peak was during my time, and I grew up with that. This was like before CNN travel, you know, this was with him, just, he has his own, no reservations. I feel like the food world peaked in the 2000s, where all the great, like, celebrity chefs, let's say, right? They all came out during that time. It was like authentic, it's real. Now, less of that. That's why no one can ever replace Bourdain. Ramen, overrated. Sushi, overrated. Underrated? Anywhere in the world, or just are we talking about Tokyo? I don't know, actually. Let's say in Japan, underrated is soba. What else? Tempura. Like, you think you know tempura because you had it in some Japanese restaurant in your hometown. You haven't. You have it until you sit on a counter and they give you a fresh piece every time. We're getting grilled scallops. All right, here we go. Just some grilled scallops with some soy sauce. All right, I'll let you have this piece. That's a good one.
Where did the name Streets and Eats come from?
I think it was just a thing.
Was it always a thing?
I mean, like, I never named it, but I've always, like, there was a point where all I did was shoot a lot, and then I would always pick out my path of shooting. Based around no. There's a neighborhood that I want to go to, right? But the walk that I do is towards a place to eat or to drink coffee or take a break or get some dessert or whatever, right? But there's always like a little path that I take. But that's just what I do, right? And I started like watching all these YouTube guys doing their videos, and no one is like talking about food. They're like, hey, I'm going to stop in this coffee shop for a quick coffee real quick, but then that's it.
Yeah.
Right? They just say it, right? And then it's like a break from photography.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a part of the process. Yeah?
Do you have a favorite country to shoot? City?
Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. So far, that's my favorite place. It's like where real streets and eats happen. What I like about it is that, like, yes, it is a tourist city, kind of. But people are there to like,
So they don't go.
She's hiding from me now. People are there to eat and party. There's something here. Definitely something here. Stuck out too long. It's gone. Maybe I got it. Is this a bar or a barber?
The world may never know.
People take it too seriously, man. You know, it's there for you to connect with people if people want to connect, and it's there for you to share your work. You know, if there's good and bad photos, right? But you know, whatever, just enjoy the process. People need to give themselves time to grow and to learn. You know, I look at my photos I took like just a year ago, and I'm like, what the hell is that? But at the moment, I was like, this is so dope, right? But you know, as you learn, you see more other people's work. You see more of the world, you start to realize that what you knew was so little, right? Like, we all climbed that mountain of stupidity, and then we all peak somewhere, right? And then we start going down. Once you hit that dip, that's when you start becoming a real photographer, knowing that you suck. Right? So and then that's when you start like realizing, hey, we're all on the same boat. So I have a couple of projects I'm working on. One is for Vietnam, maybe two for Vietnam. I want to do like a portrait book and a black and white in the market kind of book. That's been going on for a couple of years. And I want to do one for the fish market, Tsukiji, since I've been going there a lot and I've been getting a lot of photos. And eventually that little outer market corner is going to be shut down. It's going to be torn down, so it won't exist anymore. So I'm just documenting it for now. My 3 favorite photos I've ever taken is across the street from this hotel called Wander in Kyoto.
I hope Chia is watching.
One of them is from there. Like, I definitely got a nice banger. I've never felt that I had photos that I could put in a contest until now, until that shot. Yeah, just right at the corner where we were, you and me. Yeah, I have to share that. I haven't shared that yet. I want to, 1, let it marinate, and 2, I want to actually put it into some contest and then reveal it if it does win. If it doesn't win, then I'm just cuckoo. I'll just be cuckoo, like full of myself.
You really have to put the photos in the video, right?
It's okay. I have a few different shots from that one day that I can share. Let's see, another one. Oh yeah, there's this one shot that I took of a very famous Japanese photographer named Herbie, friendly guy. He showed up at the Bruce Gilden talk in Tokyo a couple months ago, and he was like just posing outside this gallery, and people were like just taking photos of him. And on that day, I decided only to bring my rolly cord, right? And I loaded Ilford Delta 3200, and man, I got a good shot of like a really good portrait of him. And yeah, kind of candid. I mean, it can't be candid because he's like posing for other people, but like I'm really happy I got that shot because I literally had like 30 seconds to take the shot in the dark and freaking nailed it. One of the shots that really stand out to me that I've ever taken is inside a market in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam that I only shoot black and white in. Like, I decided that this market is like black and white only, and the rest of the city I shoot in color. And I don't know why, but that market just screams black and white, so that's all I do there. So yeah, I have this shot of like this auntie with her hat, and there's a tarp over her, and then she's against the wall, and there's light hitting just the wall. So there's like this light frame around her, but it's like faded. It's not harsh lighting or anything like that, but it created like this beautiful like silhouette around her, and the scene of what she's just doing, it was just like very, very authentic. Aesthetically, it's a beautiful shot, but for me, it's also her just doing her thing, right? It's not like a light and shadow. I'm gonna have someone walk through. It's just, it was just what it is at that moment. You know, it was just like good timing for good lighting. Lucky, actually. So she was like just in the market doing her thing like she does every single day for who knows how long, And I was just lucky to be there at that moment where the lighting was just spot on.